Guys, welcome back to my channel Study with Vaishnavi. So in this video we are going to learn 6th standard geography's first chapter, that is the earth and the solar system. But before beginning the video I want to share a good news, that is our small channel has reached 50 subscribers. So thank you for the love and I hope we will travel a long journey together. But if you are seeing this video and not yet joined our family, please do subscribe to be a part, and do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you can get the notification of my new uploads. So now without wasting any time, let's get started. So our first topic is constellation. Here I have given you the definition of constellation and some examples. If you want, you can copy down in your notebook. So let's read. While watching the night sky, you may notice various patterns formed by different groups of stars. These are called constellation. So in the night you may watch night sky. Okay. So when you watch this sky, you just and you see many patterns formed by different groups of stars. These are called constellation. Ursa Major and Big Bear are the example of constellation. So if you will ask what are the example of constellation, you will tell Ursa Major and Big Bear are the example of constellation. So now let's come to the next slide. So in this slide I have given you the picture of Big Bear. There's a big bear, it's quite big, right? So and I have given you the names of stars also. So let's first read them. Then first top tail one is Alcade. Then after that Elio. Then Mizar. You can call it Mizar also. Eloth. Then Megris. Then left Pekra. Then straight to that Merak. And then Dube. It's little bit difficult because its names varies. So you have to you can copy down and you can learn in your examination. It will help you. Okay. Now let's come to the next slide. In this slide, I have given the picture of Ursa Major. It's like a cup pattern, right? So you will think from where Ursa name came. So in olden time in Japan, people drink water from this type cup. So they called Ursa, this cup Ursa in Japanese. So that relate to this name Ursa Major, right? Now let's come to the next slide. So now let's come to the next topic. Our next topic is pole star. So let's read. In ancient times, people used to determine directions during the night with the help of stars. So in ancient times, when people were lost, they do not know the way from where to come and from where to go. They do not have maps like today. You do not have Google Maps. Alexa, where I am. They can't do like that. And they do not have compass also to direct north, west. So they determine directions with the help of stars. Now, right now let's come to the next point. The north star indicates the north direction. It is also called the pole star. So north star, as the name relates, it indicates the north direction, right? So it is also called the pole star. Don't get confused between north star and pole star. They both are same. Now let's come to the next point. It always remains in the same position. So north star is the only one star which remains in the same position, right? So, because of the earth movement, this one star does not remain in the same position, but north star does. Next point, let's read. We can locate the position of the pole star with the help of Saptarishi. Yes, it's very important. So how do we locate the pole star? Where is the pole star? If we do not know where is the pole star, how can we determine direction? So near the uh, constellation Saptarishi, you will be able to find the pole star. Saptarishi, in how you will determine what this is Saptarishi? You will see that question mark slide. Okay, now let's come to the next slide. So in this slide, I have given you the picture of Saptarishi and the North Star, also called the pole star. So you can easily see the question mark constellation. It is the Saptarishi, and the girl which is seeing the North Star. You are able to see the North Star in this way, right? And if you are not able to see the writings in the picture, you can also see in the textbook. You have this same picture in your textbook also. Okay, now let's come to the next slide. So now our next topic is planets. Let's read it. Some celestial bodies do not have their own heat and light like the stars. Such bodies are called planets. So, as we all know that stars have heat and light, but planets do not. Please please remember this point. Stars have their own heat and light, but planets do not. Okay? Next point. The word planet come from a Greek word planetae, which means wanderers. So planet word is not an English word or from the bird. It's from a Greek word called planetae, which means wanderer, which roam around as planets do. The Earth, which we live, is also a planet. It gets all its heat and light from the sun, which is our nearest star. As we all know that our Earth is also a planet. It gets all its heat and light from the sun, and most of us will not know. Sun is also a star. Please don't get confused. Most of you will be thinking that sun is a planet, but no, it's a star. So only it's have so much heat and light. Okay, and it's our nearest star. In exam you may be asked this question, which is our nearest star. The answer will be sun. Okay, next point. Planets do not shine or give out light. As from the first point, planets do not shine or give out light. Those are stars which shine or give out light by using gases. Sun is also a star. So star star shine or give out light by using gases. Sun is also a star. Sun have nuclear. Okay. If we look at the moon from Earth, it will appear to be shining, but the moon does not shine. It uses the light of sun. So in the night some we will think that moon is very shining, right? But no, moon uses the light of sun. Okay, and so in daylight we are not able to see the moon, because the moon and sun position is not like that we will able to see the moon. Okay, now let's come to the next slide. So in this slide I have given you the picture of Neptune. So in the picture you can see that Neptune is full of water and gases. But gases present in Neptune does not emit any light or energy. And you can see in the picture also it is dull, not shining. Okay? And it is a part of our solar system. We will read about solar system later in this chapter. Okay? Now let's come to the next slide. So in next slide I have given you the picture of Earth. It's looking very beautiful, right? Our Earth is the most beautiful planet in the solar system. In you can see in the picture, it is one side it is day and one side it is night. In space it's look like this only. Very beautiful, right? So our next topic is satellite. Let's read. A natural object that moves around a bigger object in space. So a natural object that moves, that revolves around a bigger object in space. It is called a satellite. If you are asked in your exams, define satellite, you will give this answer. Okay. Now let's come to the next point. The moon that we see in the sky is a satellite. It is a companion of our Earth and it moves around it. So the moon that we see, it's a natural object. It moves around a bigger object, that is Earth. Earth is bigger than moon, so it's a satellite. It is a companion of our Earth and it moves around it, right? It is a companion because moon comes in the axis of Earth. Okay, now let's come to the next point. Like our Earth, there are 8 other planets that get heat and light from sun. They have moons too. So like our Earth, there are 8 other planets, and they that get heat and light from the sun. Earth, and then like us, we get heat and light from sun. Okay, there are other 8 planets which we will talk about later in this chapter in solar system, and they have moons too. I think more than Earth. Let's come to next point. Sorry, there are 2 types of satellite: man-made and natural. So there are 2 types of satellite: man-made, which we made, and natural, which God made. Example of man-made is Aryabhata, and natural is moon. Okay, now let's come to the next slide. slide you can see the picture of Aryabhatta, which was the Indian's first satellite named after an ancient Indian mathematician, which we all know who discovered zero, Aryabhatta, a mathematician. This satellite was launched by Russians on 19 April 1975 from Kapustin Yar. Okay, you should remember this information. It can be asked in exam. Okay, now let's come to the next slide. So in this slide, you can see a beautiful moon. Do you know the moon is Earth's only natural satellite and the fifth largest moon in the solar system? The moon's presence has stabilized our planet's climate. If moon will not be there, the hot summer, only hot summer and no cool nights. So it helps in improving our climate. And do you know the distance between Earth and the moon? It's 240,000 miles. If you liked my video, please give me a like and share this video to your friends, and please subscribe my channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon. And if you have any suggestion what I should improve, please comment me in the comment section. Thank you and bye bye.